And I'll just take a quick snapshot of that. All right. So I'll remove all of those colors. You don't necessarily have to worry about them. We go back and just clear. And I'll remove the borders as well. All right, so now we have our angles in degrees as well. What we're going to do now is we're going to find the sine function, the cosine function, as well as the tangent function. So let's just do that. Okay, so we remember what our sine function is. Our sine function is just y over r. So all we have to do is just say equals to, what is this? This is y divided by r. So you'll see that we have y right here and we have r right there, okay? And then we'll just hit return and I'll do the cosine function. And the cosine function is just x over r. So this is gonna be x divided by r. So if you look here, cosine, and I basically have A2 over C2. Okay, I hit return there. And then I'll do the tangent function. And the tangent function is just equal to y over x. So now we have y divided by x. Okay, so now we have our sine function, our cosine function, and our tangent function. So I'm gonna see if I can make this a little bit smaller here so I can get a snapshot of the tangent function. All right. And now we just want to fill all of these functions down. So I'll just fill down like so. And we have our sine, our cosine, and our tangent function. Now we're going to actually insert our angle in degrees in between the sine function and the cosine function. So all I have to do is select on insert left. And when I select on insert left, I am just going to say equals to, and I want, see, basically I'm trying to create a graph and I want the graph to have the angles, the angles in degrees on the x-axis and the sine function on the y-axis. And then the angle in degrees on the x-axis for another graph, and then the cosine function on the y-axis, and then the same thing for the tangent. So know that we're going to place another insert here. So now I'm just going to refer back to my angle in degrees here and select my check mark. And once I do that, I am definitely going to pick the fill, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag down. We're going to treat all of our decimal places shortly here. We don't have this many decimal places. All right. And then I'm going to do the same thing between the tangent function here. So I'm going to go ahead and say insert left. And then again, refer to my angle in degrees. That's E1 here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fill that. Okay, fill this down. Like so. All righty. So in a moment, we're going to create some graphs for all of this. And we're just going to use a charting function. So let's first of all deal with X, Y, and R. And let's go ahead and change the decimal places, because this is meters. The best we can do are like 2 decimal places. When we looked at that video, it was only like 2 decimal places. And let's look at angle in radians. This is multiplication. And so with 2, you still have like 2, gonna have at least 2 significant figures. So I can just go ahead and drop that down to 1. So that's 2 significant figures. Since we have 2 here and we're dividing them by one another to get this angle, I mean, we're taking the arctan of it, but we're dividing them by one another. We keep the significance. So that's not 0 in front, but that's 1 and 0 here. So we have 3.1. And then we have our angle here. And our angle is, we don't want any decimal places for that. So I am just going to go to number and subtract both of those. And so now it looks really nice there. And I could do the same thing here, bring this down to 2 decimal places. And I'll just do that all the way through. Just bring all of these down to 2 decimal places.